Hey everybody, welcome. It's Dr. Nicole from Healing Hands of Manahawkin, and I have Tamira Besman with me today.
Hi everyone.
Hi. She's awesome. She's a total rock star. She is a mom of two beautiful girls and super intelligent and has been in the pharmaceutical industry. And so, Tamira, I wanted to share this quick story with you, and this is fascinating. I want to share it with you guys too. So I had a patient come in the other day. Now, we have a very strong holistic wellness culture in our office. So those of you guys who are our patients, you guys already know that, right? So we have like very strong belief systems about how the body works and how the body heals itself, right? So we did have a patient come in though about a week ago or so, and she was like all masked up, and then she had her like clear shield over her face, right? And so I asked her, I said, well, do you believe, well, first of all, I wanted to see what she was thinking, right? So I said, do you believe that this shield and your mask is going to save you from COVID? She goes, well, yes. Yes, I do. She goes, I don't know. I'm just doing all the things that I can do to, protect myself and to give me the best chances possible to, like, survive. So then I asked her, I said, well, if you believe that this is protecting you, how long do you plan on like using a mask and a shield? And she said, well, I'm going to wear it until the vaccine comes out. So immediately, like you guys probably do, I just assumed that what she meant was that when the vaccine came out, that she was going to get the vaccine and then she would feel like she wouldn't have to wear a mask anymore. So I said that to her. I said, did you know that scientists have actually been trying to find a vaccine for coronaviruses for decades, and we really have not been successful with not only creating vaccines for the coronavirus, but we haven't been successful with creating any RNA and viral vaccines. Like the vaccines that we do have for viruses have not been successful. They're certainly not safe, and they have not been effective, right? So she said, oh no. She goes, I'm not getting the vaccine, right? And I was blown away. I was not expecting that at all to come out of her mouth. I was like totally blown away. And I said, oh, then what are you waiting for? She goes, oh no. She goes, what do you think, I'm nuts? She goes, I would never get that vaccine. She goes, I'm waiting for everybody else to get the vaccine, right? So I just thought that was like super fascinating, because here she is, like she knows in her mind, like she knows in her logic that the vaccine is like not going to be safe, but yet she's waiting for other people to essentially take responsibility for her health. And I feel like, Tamira, that we're doing that not only with vaccination, we've been doing it with childhood vaccinations, making people feel like they need to be responsible for others, but we're doing it with masks too. So can you speak to that a little bit? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I think this is a completely manufactured narrative. That if we're good people, we're supposed to do things to protect others. So I see this as, because I think most people are good. We are innately mostly good. We want to do good for others. We want to be good, players in a society. And we are actually engineered for survival in a community. That's a part of our DNA. So the success and the health of the community is intricately related to the success and the survival of the individual. We know this from thousands of years of evolution. So they are appealing to this, very innate little knowledge in our psyche that you have to do this thing for others. But what they're doing is they're tweaking it, they're twisting it to say something that is inaccurate.
Okay.
Because this whole thing of my mask doesn't work for me, but it works for you. Like, so the virus knows which way it's going. It makes absolutely no sense. You have to vaccinate your child to protect my child. where is this coming from? If your vaccine works, take your vaccine. You don't get to tell others to sacrifice their own to do something for somebody else that may or may not work, that may put themselves in harm's way.
At risk, yeah.
So we need to start twisting this back around to the way it's supposed to be. You take accountability for yourself. The only wellness and healing you can do is from within. If you're unable to heal yourself from within, if you're unable to take accountability for your own health, you're surely not going to be able to bring any change or healing or wellness or health to anybody in the outer world.
Right.
If everybody takes accountability for their own health and becomes healthier from the inside out, then we all become better off as a community. And who better than you will know what exactly you need to be healthy, right? Because that's, again, where we're failing with this public health narrative.
Right.
Of somebody top down is going to determine what needs to work for millions of people or billions of people across the world without understanding our own unique individual needs and circumstances and what makes us vibrant, what we're allergic to, what we're weak for, what we're what we're strong in. Like, it is such a unique puzzle, and we are in charge of that puzzle. We need to put that puzzle together for ourselves.
Agreed,
if I want to help you, I need to become healthier.
Right. And you know, in previous videos, you used a fascinating word. You used the word routine. So it's like, you know, we've been taught that, you know, everybody gets the same healthcare across the board. But the reality of it is, and the reality of science and the way that our bodies work is that just as much as myself and Pamir look different on the outside, we are just as different chemically on the inside. So what works for Pamira may not work for me and vice versa. Is that kind of what you're...
Yeah, absolutely. I think this assembly line mentality to healthcare and to humanity is just, it needs to change. Yeah. It has not served us well at all.
Right.
We are sicker than sick, and we're constantly trying to throw money at it. Suck more money from people, suck more taxes out of people, throw more money at the systems and the institutions. And now when there is so much money, unfortunately, it does just the opposite of what it's intended to do. All of a sudden, corruption then festers. And with more money thrown at these global solutions, we're having more corruption, and then again the individual gets left behind.
Right. That's exactly right. Well, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your insight and your intellect with us. I really appreciate it. And
my pleasure. Thank you so much for this conversation.
Oh, you're so welcome. And guys, as always, if you have any questions, you know where to find me, Healing Hands Manahawkin. We're more than happy to answer any questions that you have.